Hi everybody and welcome to a class with Buff Browz, where today we will be exploring a lamination paired with a stain. The key aspect here is your preparation. If the area is not prepared appropriately, you are not going to get a thorough or a long-term skin grab. You are going to need to thoroughly cleanse the area with Purify. And then you will need to ensure that you really thoroughly exfoliate the skin using polish, and that's going to lift any dead skin cells away from the area to ensure that really good grab. So I'm just working step 1 from the Cysteamine system into the hairs. And then I'm going to apply a film wrap for no more than 2 minutes. And this is going to help to speed the process up by increasing the temperature, but also to help the hairs to lay flat to the skin. This is one of my favourite steps, and it's step 1.5, and I use Heavenly Balm to completely replenish the hair follicle. I only leave it on for a few minutes, if that, and then I remove any excess and apply step 2. Now, stains come in all sorts of different formats. You will find stains that are water-based, gel-based, cream-based. You will find hybrids, you will find non-hybrids. I really truly think that it's worth just exploring different brands to find what works best for you and what gives you the best results for your clients. One of my best tips for this particular technique is to re-cleanse the brows after step 2. The way that I do this is I use Purify, and then I use Detox, and then I actually dry the area out using a fan, and this is going to ensure that there is absolutely no residue of any moisture on the area whatsoever, ready for the stain to be applied. Now, there is truly no wrong or right way to map the brows. I do think it's about exploring different techniques to find what works best for you and your clients, but also your technique may change from client to client depending on their canvas. I've used a head ruler and the brow definer, and I'm now using string. I will use the definer again, and I find that this is just right for me and quite typically the technique that I will use for most of my clients. A lot of artists will actually run along their guideline with a mapping paste or some type of concealer to prevent the stain from migrating outside of that guideline. But if your application is good and precise enough, you shouldn't need to do this. So I'm starting to apply the stain, and I'm using a watercolor technique, which means that I'm applying it with a very, very, very thin layer. And I'm stamping it with quite a firm pressure into the skin. And I usually apply between 3 and 4 layers. And I always start along the bottom of the brow first and work from the arch through to the tail and then through to the front last to ensure a really nice soft gradient of colour. Now what you will do is you will start the stain on either the left or the right eyebrow, and you will alternate your layers between each brow. So you'll do layer 1 left brow, layer 1 right brow, layer 2 left brow, layer 2 right brow, etc. And whilst that is developing, you can wax the area. So to start lifting the stain off of the skin, you can use Rinse from the Colour Collective, which is a colour care shampoo. I personally always start working it through the front of the eyebrow and brush it through and leave it to set for a couple of minutes to prevent that area from developing any further. And then I will start to remove the stain from the rest of the eyebrow. Any residue of wax with Soothe from the Bare by Buff collection, and this will quite literally melt away any excess wax. However, if you are going to use a concealer or camo afterwards to soothe the skin and do any colour correction work, you will need to re-cleanse the area using Detox to remove any residue of Soothe. Now, this part is absolutely not mandatory. For me, I like to do it so that I can get that really lovely content for Instagram or socials, but I'm just going to work along the outer part of the eyebrow with a brush and also our concealer but I'm just going to work along the outside of the brow with a brush and our concealer, which is the Bare Necessities palette. And this is just going to carve out the very outline of the brow as well as reduce any redness. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial today. I really hope that it's been hugely beneficial to you. If you do have any feedback, comments or questions, please do leave them below. Please do like this video and subscribe to our channel. It really helps.